The Quasar Lite, this airplane, the weight and balance on this airplane says the max gross weight 1,167 pounds. And the funny thing is, this thing has a cockpit. See how wide the cabin is? It's wider than a 150 or a 172. It's probably about the same width as a 172. The thing is, this engine, the HKS 700, is a 2-cylinder that produces a climb rate. I was getting 85-degree temperature off a grass field. I think I was doing about 800 feet a minute on 60 horsepower, which is awesome. And I don't know, they call this airplane the greenest airplane ever made. The engine burns 3 gallons an hour. So this thing goes a little faster than 150, probably about 105 miles an hour. And it burns half the gas. So technically, you can fly this airplane from one end of the country to the other on maybe a little over $300, even with today's gas prices. So maybe 60 gallons of fuel. It is ridiculous. I actually fit in it. I'm 6'3", over 200 pounds. It's tight, but my 150 was tighter. It's pretty cool. I like this newer stuff. I don't think I want to go back to flying old airplanes because the technology and the reliable nature of all this and the light composite materials, can't beat it. I mean, it's just, I just don't want to go back to Cessna and Lycomings and Continentals. And I mean, they're great stuff. They're standards in the industry, but this whole light sport stuff and the mosaic regulations, it's all going to change everything. And look how cool the airplane looks. I mean, it's small, but it's cool, and it hauls the weight. I mean, even though the plane's only 1,167 pounds, it has a useful load of like 587. And this airplane has 20 gallons of fuel on board at 3 gallons an hour. You can do the math. It has long legs. The wings have, they almost have glider wings. They're so long. So they really stretch out the fuel efficiency. A lot of lift. Problem is, you don't want to fly it in thunderstorms. That's why I'm sitting on the ramp, because this thing's so light. The light wing loading will just bounce you into the canopy. It'll knock you out. So you got to be careful what kind of weather you fly this thing in. But other than that, it's a great airplane. You just make good weather choices and nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Guys, have a good night. We'll talk to you next time. See ya.